Hello and welcome to another episode. Over the last few days after my video on the new August 2024 Maps update, I've had quite a few comments and sort of mentions that there are a few things others have spotted. So this is just a roundup of all the things that are new and also some questions answered about the way some things have changed. So I'll start with the changes. Some of these have been covered in the news update from the weekend. The Ioniq 6 is excluded from these updates for some reason. Also excluded from the Australian update a few weeks ago. You can select the Ioniq 6 from the nav updater, but it comes up with a download error. But if you go on the supported page, it doesn't appear in the supported page along with the other models. The Soundhound track recognition feature has been removed after a year. If you have the old Maps version, the Soundhound button no longer works and you get some error message, I think. The Niro EV still does not have the new energy split screen. Routing has changed so that the live charge availability is now available on screen for all planned stops, or it was last time I looked. On the Ioniq Forum, an Ioniq 5 owners reported that the charger filter button affects the planned stops in the charge planner. To be honest, I thought it already did, but I could be wrong. I did check it and it slightly altered it, but it still kept the 350 kilowatt charger as the first charger, so I don't know, the jury's out on that one. In the comments, I had a message from Peter Beck, one of my regular viewers. How does the new seat warmer ventilation pop-up work for you when you're running Android Auto and CarPlay? What? Basically, the Ioniq 5 has got a new heating and climate control screen, and we don't. So I'll put it up on screen. There's a couple of pictures off the Ioniq Forum. It's just been rewritten. And on the Ioniq 5s, if you press and hold the heat button, I believe it pops up this HVAC menu. So we don't have that, they do. So I don't know whether that's going to come to the EV6 in the future. Would be nice. And how does our HVAC screen compare to the new Ioniq one? If I go to the climate screen, which is this HVAC screen, you get that and you get this split menu down the side, and then you get the rear warmer settings. And on ours, you cannot turn the heated seats and steering wheel off from a button on screen. And I think you can in this new pop-up window, which is quite useful. And this question was about returning to Android CarPlay after you'd been in that screen. But obviously it's not on this car, so I can't answer that. Sorry, Peter. And another question from Peter and Boa. Hi there, in the Netherlands, and in Germany, the option avoid highway is gone. Is this the case in the UK as well? Well, it seems to have changed a bit. It took me a lot of digging to find out what the hell's going on with this. Why don't they just give us a complete change log in text format so we know what the hell had changed? So, if I put in nav, previous address destinations, and do my usual John O'Groats run, I have to do this before it automatically sets the destination. It still shows route options up there, but that appears to do nothing. So I'll just show you what it does. Avoidance options, nothing. Route options, there. See? And that is where you set prefer motorway or not. So if you press it once, it highlights it. Press it again, it unhighlights it. And that's how you prioritise motorway, fastest, economic and recommended. And you can also change the way it displays in that new list. Let me show you. So you've got this scrollable box with more routes. And because I set motorway at the top, motorway appears at the top. And it calculates these in live fashion. And you can select them one by one, and it normally shows you on the map. It does. You can see it's behind, but it's zoomed in. It just needs to revert to the previous zoom level. Yeah. So if I click on recommended, economic, fastest, and as I mentioned before, it's still overlaying the finish flag over the top, so you can't quite read what's going on. Anyway, so if you go to route options, you can change the order. So if you want recommended at the top, you just do that. Then you got those further options: avoid V-neck roads, avoid ferries, avoid time-restricted roads, and avoid toll roads, and avoid tunnels. So that's where that's gone. Now the other day, it seemed to be showing, oh, it is showing one of two available, but obviously there's not enough available. It turns orange. Yeah. So those are improvements. Anyway, those are all things I've spotted or I've found out since the other day, since last Thursday when the original update came out. So if you find any more, please let me know, or just tap me up in the comments. Thank you for watching.